Hello, I'm Emma off of chronicallycraptastic.com, and today I want to talk a little bit about competing needs. Now, that topic has come to the forefront of my mind based on how I'm feeling today, which is incredibly brain fogged. I did a thing yesterday and I probably should have done that thing in a different way to the way that I did, but I didn't. And as a result, today I am very foggy. I just can't think straight. It's like my head is it's like my brain is wrapped in cotton wool, and the sort of woolly constriction means that I just can't think properly. I can't access my thoughts. Not sure how this video is going to go because I don't even know if I can access full sentences today. So we shall see how this pans out. I should also say, it occurred to me today when I was trying to think about how to explain brain fog. It dawned on me that it could be a little bit like, I wondered if it was a little bit like concussion. So I googled the symptoms of concussion, and actually, I think it was a pretty accurate description, really. So yeah, I think I might going forward start trying to explain brain fog in terms of a little bit like concussion, just without the head trauma. So yeah, I did a thing yesterday and now I feel very foggy and quite fatigued and not great today. That thing was I took my son to a playgroup, a new one that we haven't been to before. Had lots of different sort of playstations for him to do sort of sensory stuff or messy play or various just different activities. And the way it was set up was that it wasn't set up in a way so that the adults could just sort of sit down at each station. The way it was set up was really so the kids could just do what they wanted, and the mums kind of just stood up chatting amongst themselves. Emphasis on standing. And so, because it was our first time there, I'd never met these people before. And because I spent so long when I was severely unwell in an electric wheelchair and also housebound and being anything but normal. These days, I can, to a degree, for a length of time, sort of fake being normal. And that was what I chose to do yesterday. New situation, new people. I wanted to just fit in. So I stood up and I chatted with the other mums. I could have and probably should have gone to find a chair because there were chairs at the end of the room in a corner where nobody else was. I could have gone to sit there, or I could have brought one over to where the mums were, but I just didn't want to draw attention to myself. Like nobody else was doing it, so I just wanted to just blend in. So yeah, so I stood up and I chatted to them, and that was lovely. Nice bit of interaction with other grown-ups. Got to chat about our children and life, etc. The one thing that I didn't chat about was my health conditions, because sometimes it's just nice to not talk about it. And so I didn't. And what they didn't see whilst I was chatting was that I could slowly feel the blood draining from my brain. I was getting lightheaded, really lightheaded, and just feeling really quite queasy and just like, oh God, I need to lie down. But I didn't want them to know that. So what I sometimes do in these sort of emergency situations is I crouch. If I crouch down, then that sort of helps the situation slightly. I just crouch down, play with my son, or if I'm not at a play group, then crouching has generally been a good life hack for my POTS. I can crouch down and pretend to tie my shoelaces or rummage around in my handbag, whatever. Crouching, great life hack if you've got POTS. And then I stood back up and everything went black. This is standard. I'm used to it. I carried on chatting to the mums. They don't need to know that actually sort of blackness has just surrounded my vision and they've all disappeared, because I know that yeah, if I just stick with it, keep facing forward, looking like nothing's going wrong, then eventually sort of the world will come back into focus, and they need to be none the wiser that they all just disappeared completely from my own vision for a while. And yeah, so to all intents and purposes, I think they thought that I was just a normal, healthy mum, and that was nice. And my son had a lovely time, and we'll probably go back. And one of these days, I might actually explain that I'm actually not that well and probably do need to sit down. I had competing needs yesterday, so my body clearly needed to sit down, but I think my overall well-being and mental health just needed to be seen as an able-bodied, healthy, normal person like everybody else yesterday. And yeah, that need got to be in the driver's seat, and what my body needed kind of took a back seat. And today I'm paying the price for that. I'm very foggy. I wanted to do some writing today because I like to write on a Wednesday. Wednesday's my writing day, but I can't. I can barely form actual sentences for this video, let alone actual sentences to write. And my body is so fatigued, so wiped out. It's just too heavy to move. So doing anything physical is kind of off the, I can't even think of the word, off the menu for things. Menu is probably not the right word, but brain fog. So it'll do things that I could do today. So yeah, can't really do anything mental, can't do anything physical. So I have a competing need to still do something productive with my day if I can't write and I can't do anything physical. So this video is the compromise, because apparently, yeah, making a video and putting my face and my brain fog, my waffling out there as a means of trying to raise awareness is the only alternative that I could think of to make my day productive. So the take-home message, I guess, from this video is to just be aware if you are somebody who suffers with chronic illness and brain fog and competing needs, that if you make a choice to fulfill one of your needs, well, if you have chronic illness, then you already know that the unmet needs are probably going to end up, yeah, giving you payback. See, I can't think. Brain fog, I just can't think. You'll end up paying the price, is the upshot. You'll pay the price. And it's a constant struggle to just make compromises with yourself or make choices knowing that there's going to be repercussions. It makes life really quite hard. Oh, right, I've got a clock that chimes in this room, and that chime has just gone off, which tells me that I'm starting to witter on for a little bit too long. So it's time for me to wrap this up. Yep. And that would be me being too foggy to wrap this up. Okay, I hope from this video you've managed to glean, even if it's just a visual experience of watching and listening to me, just what brain fog can do to a human being. I used to be vaguely intelligent before I got sick, honestly. And now I clearly can't form sentences. So this has been a cheery video, but I hope it's been enlightening for anybody who wasn't familiar with brain fog, and just for anyone who was already familiar with brain fog. I hope it's helped you to feel a little less alone with this. And yes, I will no doubt make another video and see you all again soon. Bye bye for now.